Hey guys, Wade Willis here, and I'm here to talk to you guys about episode 8 of Rent a Girlfriend. Now, this is my favorite new show of this season, and every episode's been amazing. This episode did not disappoint either. They started off with a big shocker to everyone. We find out that Ruka-chan is actually pretty crazy and possessive. Who would have thought? The way everything transcribed last episode. But basically, we find out that Kazuya has been getting an average of 3 hours of sleep because she's just blowing up his phone nonstop. Got to feel for someone in that situation. We have all been there. Uh, One of the things I really love about this show is the very subtle, perverted humor. They don't go like full etchy in it, but this is exemplified in the next scene where Kazuya is he's in his room, basically thinking about how crazy Ruka-chan is, and then thinking about Mizuhara. Mizuhara starts showering, and he's next door. He hears it, and then all of a sudden they like cut. Like he kind of imagines like her showering, and then all of a sudden the scene ends, and then it goes to another scene of him throwing away a tissue. So he was obviously tossing off, thinking about her in the shower like a creeper. The way the show does this over and over again, and they do different situations, but I think it's hilarious. I'd like to know what you guys think about this subtle pervertedness. It's very cool how they do it in this show. Then Ruka-chan surprises him at school, and Kazuya is kind of like upset with her because his friend Kuribayashi was the guy who rented her out. He goes to the same school as Kazuya, and she kind of brings up like, "Hey, I was only his rental girlfriend. I don't even know if he likes me." Uh, which honestly, Kazuya disagrees and says that's not the point. It's honestly a solid point, to be honest. He would It would hurt his friend's feelings though, knowing that he had to pay for this girl to hang out with him, and his friend is dating her. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, okay, I guess I can see where he's coming from if that's his point of view. And she asks him to take him out. Basically, that they want to go. She wants to go out with him for Christmas and stuff. And she's all over him. They agree to go to a movie together. And Mizuhara is kind of looking out a window, sees them together, and she gets super jealous. Now, I think all of us at this point know that she kind of does like Kazuya. I don't think it's not to the level that Kazuya is like he's in love with her. She just she has feelings for him, I think, and she's trying to do everything she can to act like she doesn't. Then, and this is something, if you guys didn't know this is something easy to kind of miss in the show. The next scene, Kazuya is kind of, he's like, I need some space from this girl because she's acting cray cray. And he's texting her, tells her that he he and his family are going out of town for Christmas, so they're not going to be able to hang out. I would say everyone has either done this to someone or had this done to them, and I feel like this is going to come back. It's going to Everything in this show really has a purpose, and this is going to bite him in the butt somehow very soon, I think. Um, and she jokes saying, "Oh, I'm going to break up with you." Just kidding. Uh, but he realizes and he says, if this goes through Christmas, uh, this is not good for me. Like, I need to like get space now, or else like she may get even more clingy. And then he's thinking about Mizuhara again, obviously, love stricken, and is like, oh, maybe I could just order a date from her. Sees that she's actually booked for Christmas. So I just gotta point out a flaw in his plan here and thinking. He tells his current actual girlfriend that he's going to be out of town on Christmas. She is suspicious of him and Mizuhara, and instead he thinks she's already gone to his school and everything. he thinks, oh, okay, maybe I can just schedule a date with Mizuhara. Not the best thinking, uh, and just a typical Kazuya move, though. So then it starts going into the thought process. Why is she actually doing this? It's not like she's living in this shitty apartment like next to me. This place is not expensive. She doesn't flaunt money or anything. She's not into money really, and she's not someone that basically likes manipulating and controlling guys. So she's not getting it out of like an emotional like pick me up. So, but then, and obviously, again, this show does a really good job. That's some foreshadowing for what's about to come. And Kazuya, the next day, or I think it's a few days later, he's out. It's Christmas, and sees Mizuhara with this pretty boy who's wearing a beret. So, uh, beret, not a huge fan of those, but whatever. Dude's wearing a beret. He then for about half the episode, he's just stalking them, listening to them. They go to a movie. He goes to the same movie. He follows them to the mall, hears them talking about like her cooking stew and stuff, and him eating it at, I believe, at her place. And he sees them. The stew thing is where he realizes like, oh, this is really her boyfriend, and I'm giving up. And like a little bit before that, the part that started really tipping it over, he saw them buying gifts he thought for each other. He's upset, goes to the bathroom, is washing his hands, is basically trying to accept that Mizuhara has a boyfriend and she's awesome. How would she not have a boyfriend that's so hot? And pretty boy Umi is his name, comes in, and Kazuya's obviously super awkward. Umi doesn't realize because he doesn't. One, he probably wouldn't realize someone like Kazuya normally, just how he acts. And two, he's never met Kazuya, doesn't know he even exists. Umi goes in and answers the phone in the bathroom. Not a huge fan of people talking on the phone in the bathroom, by the way. If you guys are bathroom talkers in public bathrooms, shame on you. It's super obnoxious. But he's talking on the phone, and he hears the guy talking about Mizuhara, and says, "Oh, she's extremely beautiful, and is wonderful on the inside too." So Kazuya, being a weirdo and seeing all the things that he's seen so far, the wheels start turning. He's like, "Beautiful inside? What is he talking about?" And thinks that this guy's talking about, hooking up with her. And then the guy says like, "Oh, I'll check out her measurements and stuff too. Your satisfaction's guaranteed." All this stuff, which did sound a bit fishy to me as well once we got to the satisfaction guaranteed thing. So Kazuya realizes this guy's like, he's kind of thinking like maybe this guy's like a pimp or trying to get her into like porno movies or something, which they did a good job in this scene trying to make it seem like that. He follows him more, again, Kazuya, all-star creeper, and it looks like Umi's about to kiss Mizuhara, and he kind of like runs out there, trips and falls, and then finds out, oh, Umi's actually an actor. Mizuhara is trying to become an actress. She's taking acting classes. That's why she has the rent-a-girlfriend job. All this stuff comes out, and like basically Umi, the guy he was talking to, was a director that he's trying to get Mizuhara for an acting job. So he looks like a real dipshit here, and Umi ends up leaving. Mizuhara like asks him like, "When did you see me?" She finds out he's been following him all day. Calls him out for being a stalker, which is fair because he was being a stalker. And then she tells him like, "Hey, I actually went out with him today because this is the only day he had free, and I needed to help him pick this out for me." And it was a phone case for Kazuya, and it's actually like a cute phone case because his phone broke, saving her, and there's like fishes on it and stuff, and he jumped into the water to save her. cute idea for a phone case for sure. And yeah, and then she also tells him this isn't a gift, but she's like blushing, trying to hold that she thinks of him in a deeper way. He starts crying like a baby, saying that a girl's never gotten him anything on Christmas before, and she's like frustrated with him. All these people are watching him, like asking, like, "Oh, did she just dump him and stuff?" Pretty funny, and yeah, basically it ends, and she tells him, "Hey, you got to take a subway back home instead of like walking with me." So great episode overall. Now, there's like, I have a lot of thoughts on this. One, Mizuhara becoming an actress makes complete sense. The way she's able to like flip a switch and act like Mizuhara girlfriend mode makes sense. And it's actually smart of her to do that as a job because not only is she making money basically acting, so she's getting acting practice, pretending that she likes someone that she would never like. Not talking about Kazuya in this situation, but I'm sure there's a lot of creepers and weirdos that she's doing these dates with. So she's getting that practice, and it's also providing the money for her to take the acting classes for her to become an actress. So, really genius idea by her. Killing two birds with one stone for sure. Now, Ruka. There's a ticking time bomb right now that is Ruka. The way she goes about things is intense, and I honestly the whole episode I assumed that she was going to be like kind of following him, and maybe we'll see next episode that she was maybe watching them from afar or something. But she's gonna find out that he didn't actually go out of town because the show does everything like on purpose. So there's a reason for everything. I think that there is a deeper purpose on this than other than Kazuya just being able to follow Mizuhara and Umi around on Christmas because he had the day free. So Ruka's gonna find out. It's not gonna go well. Now my other question is, that was episode 8. I think they're only doing 12 episodes. I could be wrong. If they're doing 24, awesome. But I'm pretty sure it's like only 12 to 14. We still haven't gotten the fourth girl from the intro, the opening of the show. So I'm excited to see. She has to come in soon, right? And to my knowledge, I've never seen that girl in the show. Maybe she's been in a side thing and I can't remember. But to my knowledge, she hasn't been in the show. I'm excited for that girl to come in and really like tear some shit up too, because the plot will thicken even more with her in it. But yeah, guys, what did you think of the episode overall? Another great episode. Every single episode this season has been awesome, and by far, to me, best new show of the season. Hey guys, this is Wade Willis. Thanks for watching my video. Here's 2 other videos I think you might like, and don't forget to subscribe to my page.